The secret to genius is not complexity, it's simplicity. One of the secrets to iconic productivity is be monomaniacally focused at being world-class at just a few things. This mastery session is all about a method to times 100, to increase by a factor of 100 your productivity. Here's a brain tattoo for you to consider. An addiction to distraction will be the death of your creative production. Here's another brain tattoo for you to consider. We live in a world where focus is more valuable than even your intelligence. If you want to achieve the results only 5% achieve, you've got to think and produce and behave like only 5% of the people on the planet. And the best people on the planet in terms of creativity and productivity are not spending their finest hours addicted to distraction. They are doing work that matters. They're not doing fake work, they're doing real work. I'm going to get right into the first one, which is the 90-90-1 rule. For the next 90 days, spend the first 90 minutes of your workday on your single most important opportunity to move the needle in your industry. The 90-90-1 rule is simply for the next 90 days, spend the first 90 minutes of your workday on your single most game-changing opportunity. A lot of us get to work and we spend our best hours on our least important activities. And research has shown that the morning hours are when you have the most focus, when you have the most energy, and when you have the most willpower. And so you want to use that first 90 minutes. The second piece of technology to create exponential productivity is what I call tight bubbles of total focus. Be very hard to reach during key times of your week. A lot of people, every time their phone rings, they check it. Or they have, these loud notifications, so they're constantly being distracted. The research says we spend 2.1 hours a day in distraction. It takes 21 minutes to refocus your focus after you've been distracted. I have certain days that I label as creative days. On those creative days, I actually go device-free. And on those days, I'm very hard to find. And on those days, I'm in total solitude. And on those days, I go to certain places, and these places are very minimalist, and there's no one there. And that's where I do my best work. So install these tight bubbles of total focus. You're completely distraction-free, where you will do your best work and get your best ideas. The next piece of technology that will help you create exponential productivity in your work life is choose your peer group really, really well. The number one way to improve your behavior is to surround yourself with a peer group or social circle of people who are also playing at the level you want to be playing at. So if you want to be a high performer in terms of your productivity, populate your life with high performers. Subconsciously, we are modeling the behavior of the people we spend most of our time with. And so if you are around victims, you will start behaving like a victim. If you are around people who are mediocre performers, you will subconsciously start behaving like them. Why else is it important to surround yourself with a peer set or a social orbit of A players? Emotional contagion. And that's a scientific phenomenon that simply says we pick up on the emotions of the people that are around us. And so if you are around a social circle of people who are inspired, people who want to do great work, people who want to be ultra productive, people who want to be innovative, people who are relentlessly optimizing their work, their thinking, their creativity, just being around them will allow you to adopt their energy and their ways of being. And then the final technology for you to create exponential productivity is what I call learned minimalism. The secret to genius is not complexity, it's simplicity. One of the secrets to iconic productivity is be monomaniacally focused at being world-class at just a few things. And if you look at any great artist, any great entrepreneur, any great business builder, any great author, any great humanitarian, they were monomaniacally focused on one thing. They were minimalists. Even your home, fill it with just a few things, right? Even your work life, just a few projects. Even your clients, just the highest leverage clients. And especially your days. Focus, focus, focus on just those few priorities. Your focus, your energy, and your willpower on those few things, they will allow you to birth art into the world, which will allow the world to call you world class.
오늘도 성공 비밀을 씹어 먹을 준비가 되셨나요? 이렇게 동기부여 모닝콜 필사에 참여하시는 여러분은 이미 성공한 사람이나 다름없습니다. 한글 5번, 영어 5번입니다. 시작합니다. 나는 우선순위를 정하여 목표에 집중할 능력이 있습니다.
I have the ability to focus on my goal by setting priorities.
나는 우선순위를 정하여 목표에 집중할 능력이 있습니다.
I have the ability to focus on my goal by setting priorities.
나는 우선순위를 정하여 목표에 집중할 능력이 있습니다.
I have the ability to focus on my goal by setting priorities.
나는 우선순위를 정하여 목표에 집중할 능력이 있습니다.
I have the ability to focus on my goal by setting priorities.
나는 우선순위를 정하여 목표에 집중할 능력이 있습니다.
I have the ability to focus on my goal by setting priorities.
실패가 두려우신가요? 어떤 상황 속에서도 할 수 있다고 믿으세요. 성공의 열쇠 웰싱킹과 세계 최고의 성공 비밀을 당신의 것으로 만드세요. He can do, she can do, why not me? 좋아요, 구독, 알림 설정은 필수입니다. 지금 당장 이 영상을 주변에 알려서 함께 해보세요. 함께 가면 더 멀리 갈 수 있습니다. 좋아요, 구독, 알림 설정은 이 모닝콜을 함께 제작하는 20명이 넘는 재능 기부자들과 켈리에게 큰 힘을 줍니다. 사랑합니다.